Salut, hello. Okay, I'm gonna get y'all to say hello with me in your ancestral language. And don't worry, rest easy. If your tongue doesn't know it, that's okay, your spirit does. So on the count of 3, hello in your ancestral language. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Thank you. We've invited our ancestors into this space. We've acknowledged they're here. And I really need that today. I'm tired and I'm struggling to be here. I'm exhausted. I'm almost 6 months into growing a human. I'm angry, I'm uninspired, and I am in a highly triggered state right now. And a lot of my life, when I think about it, has been in a highly triggered state. When I think about when I was 8 years old, I heard the N-word for the first time in an aggressive verbal attack by a white supremacist just outside the trailer park I grew up in rural Alberta. I grew up very conscious that it is not safe to be Black. It is not safe to be Indigenous. And it was this confusing dynamic because I was taught to see how undesirable my indigeneity and my Blackness are, yet I first started experiencing hypersexualization and sexual assault when I was 11 years old. I was raped for the first time when I was 14 years old, and then again at 19, at 21, at 28. And y'all, I'm 29. My mid-20s were completely disrupted when I was disabled twice over by an intimate partner, where I now have chronic pain disabilities permanently and acquired brain damage that affects my life day to day. In 2019, I was forced to leave my work in government and policy and research because the stress of workplace discrimination regularly put me in the hospital. Now, I took this opportunity presented to me, being forced out of the workforce and into entrepreneurship. And this is when I founded Future Ancestors Services, and again in 2019. And I took it as an opportunity to support other Black, Indigenous, racialized, disabled, queer people, entrepreneurs, speakers, and uplifting their services, their work, their identities, and connecting them to now over 400 clients and partners worldwide. And at the center of my work, with my entrepreneurs, with the entrepreneurs I get to work with myself, is positioning lived experience as not only something we have to overcome, but as a source of our qualifications. Now, hear me out. When I was 22, I was leading these high-profile policy negotiations between the G7 ministers and their corresponding youth delegates. And in this moment of desperate authenticity, as ministers were trying to dismiss a policy point we were trying to get onto the agenda ahead of the global G7 summit, I, for the first time publicly, spoke about the sexual assault and rape I had experienced, that countless Black and Indigenous peoples disproportionately experience, as a way to continue to argue for the relevance, for the validity, for the importance of ensuring our policy priority was brought through. Now, this shaped the conversation and the policy agenda. My highly triggered existence, my identities, my people, the people I belong to, what I've overcome, what I'm overcoming, are also a source of qualification to come in and do work differently and make an impact. and the people I work with and the space that I'm able to take up and create with and for, we are essential to decision making that will be revolutionary, that will be innovative, and that will be effective for our future generations. Now, but y'all, I'm here today and I'm struggling. I am struggling so much. I'm in so much pain. I'm tired. Like I said, it's taken a lot of energy to be here. And I feel so uninspired. And in moments like this, I really have to remember, and I really think to my ancestors who survived rape, slavery, genocide for generations, who survived because they could hold on to a possibility, a reality that they were constantly told could never happen, it would never happen in their lifetime or the next. They survived, and I am here. We are here. So I want to wrap up by saying thank you. And actually, I'll get y'all to say thank you too. So in your ancestral language, vocally or spiritually, if y'all could say thank you with me on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful, y'all. Thank you. Throughout this week and beyond, please remember that you always carry the lived experience, the identities, and the qualifications born from those. You belong where you're at. You belong where you aspire to be. You belong where our ancestors need you to be. And remember, just as much as all the work and volunteering and education that you do, just as much as all of that honors your ancestors and future generations, so too does your joy, does your pleasure, and does your rest. Thank you.